What's up internet, my name is Nikki and today I wanted to do a video listing of 5 of my OTPs to celebrate Valentine's Day / the end of February. So starting off, what is OTP? OTP stands for one true pairing. Sometimes, but not all the time, OTPs don't actually have to be together in the series. They're just people that have really good chemistry and you kind of want them to be together either in a romantic sense or in a friendship sense, because usually most of these people are enemies and you kind of go like they will be great together, either friends or romantic. Some of the OTPs on my list are not all either together or they're just people I just wish were together, or they are kind of together. But since I don't want to spoil it, I'm not gonna really tell you if they're together or not. You kind of have to find out for yourself for reading the series. Starting off with couple number 5 comes from the Harry Potter series. From the Harry Potter series, there was a lot of OTPs. But for me, the one that kind of stuck out the most has to be Arthur and Molly Weasley. Obviously, this OTP, they are together, but they are one of my favorite OTPs, and the reason why I love them so much compared to any other OTP in the series is because of how they act. The way Arthur and Molly take care of their kids, how they take care of Harry, because no one really takes care of him because they automatically assume that he can do it all by himself. But when we're introduced by Arthur or Molly, they kind of take up the role of kind of being like the surrogate parent that Harry has never had. I think it's book 2 where we go to the Weasley's house for the first time and Harry see what a family kind of looks like, and I kind of just like the general sense of how he explains the Weasley's household, and I love it, especially how Arthur and Molly kind of interact with Harry, because they don't actually straight off say, oh, good job for surviving like the darkest wizard ever and stuff like that. No, they kind of ask him how his day is, and of course what is the function of a rubber duck. Arthur and Molly are kind of like the it couple, and I love them for it, just of how their parenting skills, like, yay. So couple number 4 comes from the 6 of Crows series by Lee Berdugo. Once again, I could have chose a lot of different OTPs for this series, a lot of different couples, a lot of once in couples. But the one OTP that stuck out to me the most, the one that hit me and the sexual tension, has to be Nina Zinnek and Matthias Havyard. These two, from how they met to how they work together, and of course how they sort of kind of get together. I don't really know, because you kind of see them, they have like this hate-love relationship, because one minute they're making out and the next minute they're fighting. So take it as you will. But I love these two just because of how they push each other to be better and kind of see the other person's perspective of how they think, because you kind of see Nina doesn't like Matthias because Matthias is literally hunting down her people and she's killing off his people, and it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet situation where their whole nations despise each other, but these two kind of fell in love. Just weird circumstances. So yeah, the feels, I have to say, from Crooked Kingdom, that's all I have to say, just the feels. But yeah, Nina, Matthias forever. Couple number 3 comes from To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. So obviously, due to the series, Laura Jane could be OTP'd to a lot of boys, a lot of different boys in this series. But the one boy that I wish this OTP was so canon, just the way of how she explains it, has to be John Ambrose McLaren. The reason why I love this OTP so bad, wanting it to be canon so bad, to be a real thing in the series, is the way Laura Jean talks about him. And I love the way she explains him, because he is a sweetheart, I swear, if you read the series, you will be rooting for him too, because in the first book, she kind of says that he could have been her one true love, but due to certain circumstances, it wasn't gonna happen. In the second book, we actually get to meet him, and he's just a sweetheart, and I just wish so bad she would have chosen him. But of course, that's not how Jenny Han rolls, and so she basically doesn't need a man, but come on. I hope the third book has John Ambrose McLaren in it, because I need more of him. I really, really do. Couple number 2 comes from the Raven Psycho series by Maggie Stiefvater. And I kind of cheated on this one. And the couple that I kind of chose was Blue and the Raven Boys. I know, I'm cheating on this one. I'm severely cheating on this one. But I couldn't choose. There was so many OTPs in this and so many ways that the relationship could have gone. But I decided to do the most obvious and cheaty way I can do. Is cheaty even a word? But the most, I guess, easier one on my heart was to choose Blue and the Raven Boys. And the main reason I chose this was because there was a quote in the book that said something about Blue loved each one of them in a different kind of way. And I truly believe that. I love that idea that she loved them just because of who they were. And I like that. And they loved her just the way she was. So that's my answer. Blue and the Raven Boys. Because I love them to bits. That's my OTP. All 5 of them together forever and ever. Even though how it ended. But I'm still waiting for that Ronan Lynch series, so maybe it will change next time. Who knows? So last but not least, my number 1 OTP, the one that I have been extremely obsessed with lately, the one that I think about constantly, comes from the series All for the Game by Nora Salvik. I'm not quite sure if that's how you pronounce her last name. Anyhow, the couple, my OTP, the one that brings me all the feels, is Neil and Andrew. Throughout this whole series, the sexual tension was real. The way they worked together, just in general, this whole back and forth between them was insane. This whole series was insane. And between these two, I kind of liked it because it wasn't a relationship that I have ever seen in series before. And just from book 1, you're kind of like, they'll be good together. And just wanting it to happen. Ugh. But I did. I have no words really for this except for the part where they are my OTP. I think about it. I think of ways of how their relationship could have gone down and just the way they work together. One of my favorite lines of the whole series was, "You are not my solution and I am not yours." And I love that. I love the fact that they acknowledge their sexual intention, saying that even though we could probably be together, doesn't mean that us being together will fix everything. Like, that right there was something like, yes, finally someone gets it. When 2 messed up people in a book get together, does not mean that all their problems kind of go away. No, it just means you have someone there to help you out. That's how I saw it. And I liked it because he straight up says it. So, yes. So, yeah. That was my OTP. These are kind of like the OTPs that kind of been with me for a while. The ones that I kind of obsess about over and over in my head and thinking like, yeah, they would be so great together, or they are great together, or whatever. So tell me, what is your OTP's obsession? Who is it at night that keeps you awake and go like, they could have been great together, or they are great together, or why can't they be together? Like, tell me, I want to know, because I kind of like seeing what other people think of their OTPs, especially since when you scroll through Tumblr and you're like, yes, someone understands me. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If not, that's cool. I try to either upload Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays, or probably like 3 weeks from now. So yeah. I'll catch you later. Well, bam!